All right, here we go with number 2. We have f of x equals x squared with our restriction of x being between -2 and 1, including the 1. All right, so like before, we're just going to kind of go through the graph, and then we'll answer A through F in the second video. All right, so first of all, we have x squared. All right, and back in algebra, they might have made you do a t-chart with a bunch of values, and what you discovered is this is your very basic parabola. All right, so if x is 0, you got to point at 0, 0, because 0 squared is 0. And if you're going to use x equals 1, 1 squared is 1, so I'm going to got to point at 1, 1. And if x equals 2, then y would equal 4, right? Because 2 squared is 4. So you have a point at 2, 4, roughly right here. And if you use the negative numbers, you're going to get the same result. So f of -1, right? -1 times -1 is +1. And -2 times -2 is +4. So you can have a point at -2, +4. All right, you kind of generate your parabola like this, right down at the bottom. It's not supposed to be pointy at the bottom. It's a smiley face, right? This is nice, and this is a nice curve. All right, so it's going to look kind of like this, like a smiley face, and then you're just going to kind of swoop up through here and get some arrows at the end there at the tip, and you're going to do the same on this side. So you're just going to kind of swoop through this and trying to make a nice curvy parabola. All right, now what we're going to do now is we have to apply our restriction. All right, we only want a piece of this function. So where do we start? Well, we start at where x equals -2. All right, that's on the left. Now we don't want to include -2, so we're going to put an open circle at that point. So where's our point where x equals -2? That would be -2, +4, right here. All right, so I'm going to put a nice open circle right there, nice and clear. And what we're going to do is we're going to move to the right, and as we do, we're going to stop where x equals 1. So what's the y value when x equals 1? Well, that point is 1, 1. All right. Now we do want to include that point. So here's 1, 1, and this is going to be a nice closed circle, not an open dot. So in between those 2 points, that's where we want our graph. So I'm going to highlight this piece of the parabola, right? Just like this. I'm going to do this nice and dark. And then I'm going to continue it over here. Now some students like erasing the rest, and that's totally cool. If you want to like get rid of this stuff right here, whoop. If you want to get rid of all this extra stuff right there, that's really what your graph looks like at the end. That's fine, you don't have to do that, but a lot of students prefer to do it. It cleans it up, it looks beautiful. Okay, I'm going to stop the video. We're going to handle A through F in the next one.